Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading's Miami office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Thursday, July the 25th, 2013, and here is today's midday market update brought to you by wallstreettrading.com. Before I get into the video here, just want to remind you guys to check out the website, wallstreettrading.com. A lot of free information on the site for you guys there. At the same time, if you're located in the South Florida area, we are hosting our active traders education course August the 10th. It's a 2-day course followed by 2 days of lab. All right, so if you're interested in that, you can contact me at ccooper at wallstreettrading.com. Let's go ahead and take a look at the market here, starting off with the indices. The Dow's down 23 and a quarter. The Nasdaq is up 17. The Russell's up 5 and a quarter. The S&P just went back positive. It's up half a point or so. Commodities are flat to positive. You have SLV up 7 cents for silver, JJC for copper up 6 cents, GDX for gold miners up 53 cents, GLD up 89 cents for gold, USO for crude oil up 11 cents. Taking a look at the top sectors today, change from open. GDX at the top of the list. Biotech stocks are up from the opening price a lot. XLB material stocks are strong today. Retail, coal stocks are making a nice little move back up today from the change from open. Stock ETFs near the bottom of the list, or I should say sector ETFs near the bottom of the list for the change from open. You have the VXX, which gapped up and sold off. XHP Home Builders sold off. IYT Transports, XLI Industrials are a little bit down, kind of pretty much flat. So let's go and take a look at the market here, starting off with our closing price system. You can see the ES sold off overnight, traded sideways, held a nice bid down here around 1672. We had a nice little 10-point rally off the lows, which provided a great short opportunity here off these highs into that resistance level, which we actually gave out in the room as R2, that near that 1683 level. We stopped the point in front of that. We saw all the way back down, and then 1675, which I'll show you guys here shortly, was a key level that they've been buying since this morning, and now we're back near the highs. The Nasdaq, same thing here, sold off overnight, rallied back up. This one was not even able to make a new high from the overnight highs, and then sold right back down. Well, I mean, it did not run up on the open. They immediately sold it off on the open for the Nasdaq. Take a look at the Russell 2000, which is the strongest index today. It's up 0.5% right now. You can see this one just continued this trend going to the open, gave a nice little move, pulled back, and they bought it right back up. So if you're looking to get long some stocks, take a look at those small caps, take a look at the TNA for buy on pullbacks until that changes. Then they had the Dow Jones, which rallied up a little bit on the open, sold off, and now it made new highs for the day here. So there's some strength in the market today. Buyers did come in the market again today. If you take a look at the 30-minute chart, all right, we had a key level of resistance from overnight around the 1681 level, which was the level that we gave out as S1. You can see it had a nice little consolidation here, rallied up, then it had a nice little support right there, so that's a nice support level. So therefore, when we sell off and we rally back into that, when we sell off, when we rally all the way back into that level, it's going to act as a resistance level, especially for the fact that we sold off when we rallied up 10 handles off the lows. All right, so that was definitely a nice little area to get short. We did get short right there on those 1681s. I did call the ES out for a short around that area, and then we sold right back down here to 1675, and now we're back up. Take a look at the 15-minute chart. We put another higher pivot low from these overnight lows, 1675 higher pivot low, and again now we're back at these highs. If we break over 1682 and hold, the next resistance levels to watch out for again is 1683, 1684, and 1686 on the ES. 5-minute chart giving you some decent action as well. Volumes holding up pretty good today. We have thick volume so far throughout the whole session. As you guys know, yesterday volume dropped off around 10:30, 11 o'clock. Today, volume is pretty much staying steady throughout the session, which is pretty good if you're looking to trade a little bit more actively. And now we got to watch to see if this is going to be a double top or not. Again, those levels to watch above 1682 will be 1683, 84, and then 1686. All right, taking a look at the ETFs, which I know some of you guys track the ETFs to trade the market. All right, give me 1 second. Let me refresh this here. Taking a look at the ETFs, the SPY sold off all the way down to 168. Held a nice little double bottom down there. And then rallied all the way back up. We're at a little bit of a resistance level right here around the 168.60. But if we break above 168.60, You want to watch this next level that's right just above us, right there around 168.75, and then you want to watch this 169 area, 169.10. If we get rejected at this resistance level up here, all right, you want to be looking for a move back down, possibly back down towards the opening price. All right. Taking a look at the Nasdaq. Remember we talked about the Nasdaq being in a range between 74.40 and 75. So we're at 74.87 back at the opening price, keeping on that 75 level. Again, Facebook is keeping the Nasdaq positive. All right, Facebook had blowout earnings. We'll take a look at that stock as well, as we did do some scalp action in that name this morning. IWM, strongest index out. IWM is up 72 cents, up 0.70%. Next level of resistance on this ETF is going to be down here around actually where we're at right now. Prior support, broke down resistance, acted as resistance yesterday. So we have some resistance right here on the Russell around 104.31. If we break above that level, I would say look for 104.60. All right, as far as some stocks go, what are some stocks that we're watching that we're trading here in the office? Let's go ahead and bring up the charts here. Starting off with, let's see my first trade here. Call it out. Starting off with Qualcomm. All right, Qualcomm was an easy trade that we were able to make some nice profits in. All right, I'm gonna show you guys why. If you take a look at the daily chart real quick here. I gotta find another word to use aside from if you take a look. All right. So Qualcomm. All right, anybody that was short this stock yesterday, they pretty much opened up to a losing position this morning. So they're going to be rushing out the doors to cover. You can see it sold off yesterday. We closed down here. They reported earnings. Investors took the earnings pretty good. They got the stock up. So anybody that was short, they're looking to cover their shares, and that caused for a nice spike up rally. We gave out this idea and the whole idea and thinking behind the trade, and that worked out pretty well. If you take a look at our Facebook page, actually, if you take a look at the company page, I'll bring it up right here, but so you can see how I traded it or how we traded it here in the room. Let's see here, right on the open. All right, we waited for it to show us a little hammer so we could manage our risk. We waited for at least 1 minute close on it because this is a setup where you look to buy it right on the open when you have a stock that does that setup that we just showed you guys on the daily chart. So this little range was our first 1 minute candle. It had a 20 cents risk. We adjusted our share size for the risk. Got long right here. You can see from the blue dot. Sold some here and then sold some here. Nice little layup trade. Made about, let's see here, made 63.86 to 63.50. Made 35 cents or so on the first trade, on the first piece, and then on the second piece we made close to 85 cents, 90 cents or so. So not bad at all. That was our first trade out the gate. QCOM. We had another trade on Facebook for some scalp action. All right, let me bring up my Thinkorswim charts real quick here. All right, so QCOM again, that was a nice little move right out the gate. Pre-market gave you a nice little trigger as well for that little downward trend line. That's your buy, boom, to top side. Facebook, they faded that one when they opened. Had a couple guys in the room asking about should we buy that stock. I told them no because it's up a lot. You do not want to buy a stock that opens up like that. You probably want to fade it if anything. And they really started fading it before the market opened. So. But what we did recognize was that the stock was holding a nice bid here at 33. They did a nice little shakedown, shook some people out their long positions below 33, got back with this little range, and then we're going back up to the top side. This stock should go back over 34. Looks pretty strong. If you're not watching this name, or if you're not long the name from earlier, I would say from back here around 11:55, around 33, I would not look to get a name now because you're kind of late to the party. All right. Let's see what else. Another stock that we talked about this morning. One of the traders brought this up on the desk. CNX. They had earnings. They missed on the bottom line, and they came in line with the analyst expectations on the top line with the revenue. And you can see the stock had a nice little move out the gate. Pulled back in. Buyers came back in, rallied right back up. Then take a look how it traded sideways while the market was trending down. The market stopped going down around 11:30. This one stopped going down an hour before around 10:30, basically telling you that it's showing you some relative strength. There's buyers in there, so we called it out for a long over this little 54 area, and one of the traders are long this stock. One of the traders is long this stock from 54, and you're still holding the CNX. Oh, you took it out, and she took it out right here because the target was 30, so she sold it right in front of the 30 level. Aside from that, folks, hope you guys are having some good trades in your end. Again, if you're interested in taking our active traders education course, contact me at ccooper at wallstreettrading.com. Check out the website wallstreettrading.com. Have a great day, folks. Cheers.